everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the cool things that happened to me once I dropped the weight. Maybe you've already dropped all your weight and you can relate to some of these things I'm about to say, but also for the girl who is just now starting her journey, these are some of the things you can look forward to once you come down off your weight. The first major difference when I compare my life now to my life at 215 is, I'm sure none of you will be surprised, is the men, you guys. Men. Attention from men is different. I have always gotten attention from guys, but I will say that the smaller I've gotten, and now being 160, this is the smallest I've been since like a teenager, I just noticed a very particular range of men who would be interested in me when I was 215 pounds. Now, I'm just noticing like the whole world is open up to me. I'm talking like various age ranges. I get like 18-year-olds trying to holler at me. I get 60-year-olds trying to holler at me. All races of men, all want to be down. Broke people, rich people, like everything in between. When it comes to men, like they're all interested. The second thing I noticed from 215 to 160 is my feet shrunk. I went down between a half size to one full size. In some brands of shoes, I had to go all the way down a full size. An excuse to buy new shoes, hello. I think this one is really interesting actually. Strangers are so much nicer to me. Out and about, wherever I go get my car washed, go to the grocery store, go out to the club, go to dinner, like wherever I go, people are so nice now. And you can weigh in. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like, what comes first? Are they nicer to me because maybe I'm in a better mood and I feel better about myself? And so when I'm out and about, I'm all like, you know, life is good, life is great. I'm feeling light and fit and healthy. And, you know, maybe I'm just walking around with, like higher energy, and therefore people are receiving me better, and maybe they're like, oh, she's nice, you know, maybe I'm nicer, and so maybe they were nicer to me. Why would you be nicer to me just because I'm thinner? You know what I'm saying? Like, what sense does that make? So I think a big part of me wants to believe that it must be because I'm all of a sudden different. The fourth thing that I notice is everything is far more spacious. Seats are so much more spacious. Just getting in my car, sitting in my car then compared to now is different. Like, I feel like I'm just like a tiny in that seat. There's just so much space in chairs and seats. And this has happened where like I'm out and about and maybe my girlfriend, you know, there's not much space, and so she just sits in this chair with me. Like, I would never be able to do that before. Like, share a chair with another person, like there would be no room for that. My bed, oh my goodness, you guys. So I have a queen size bed, and I've had a queen size bed for a while. A queen size bed used to feel so small, especially like if I had my boyfriend in the bed with me, like it would just feel so small. It would just be like there's just not enough room in this bed. Now a queen size bed feels huge. Walkways feel a lot more spacious now, where I feel like before, like if it was a narrow walkway or space, I would feel like I had to go like this or maybe turn to the side. Now I feel like there's just so much space, like everywhere I go, just walking, moving, it's just space, space, space. The fifth thing I notice is women give me so many compliments. It is contrary to like how, you know, from like my teenage years to my early 20s, I had the belief that, you know, women are cutthroat and they're always trying to compete with one another and they don't want to be nice to each other and all that stuff. But I feel like I don't get that anymore. I mean, some of them, sure, you know, somebody's always going to be trying to side-eye you. You're going to get that every now and then where people are trying to side-eye you. But honestly, for the most part, I just get a lot of positive energy from women when I'm out and about. And that's much different than it was when I was 215 pounds. The sixth thing that I notice is that just moving in any way, shape, or form is so much easier. Just bending over to pick something up, just getting up really quick, getting something, jumping, there's a puddle of water, you know, on the sidewalk when you're walking, skipping over it or stepping up the hill and coming back down really quick. you know, jumping out the way, somebody throwing a water balloon at you, you know, dodging it really quick, like whatever it is, somebody starts chasing you just to just jolt off, you know what I mean? Just moving in general, just sitting in your chair, like if you want to put your feet up in the chair with you or your legs in the chair, like moving is easier. If you have to get something under the bed and you got to really stretch or reach, like it's so much easier to move now. And of course, moving when it comes to, you know, you know. The seventh thing that I noticed, you guys, is that I feel so much younger. And I think there's several things that go into that too. The way that I dress obviously has changed. I also think that I feel younger because I act different. Maybe I act a little bit younger now. When I was larger, and some of you may be able to relate to this, but when I was larger, I felt like I had to hide. You know, I had to hide my body, cover it up in sweaters and tunics and cardigans and jackets, and just constantly cover myself up. I just kind of like want to hide, you know, like hide my body, hide my personality, just, you know, don't come off as too big, because I want to be smaller physically, so maybe sometimes I would shrink my personality as well as not to stand out and seem so big. Now that I'm smaller, you know, I let my personality come out more. I don't seek to hide myself. I want to be seen now. I'm very proud of what I've created. I just feel more lively and active and fun. The eighth thing that I noticed is really interesting. So I live in Las Vegas, and we all know Las Vegas is the city of buffets. And so I grew up going to buffets all the time, and I still love going to buffets. When I would go to a buffet at 2:15, like I felt like if I got back up to go back to the buffet line, I would feel like people were kind of looking at me, maybe thinking, you know, maybe she shouldn't have more. Like people would be looking at me in judgment. Now, of course, I know that this could very well have been all in my head, you know, and chances are it probably was all in my head, right? But I just felt like people were looking at me thinking, she should not be eating all that food like that. Wait, what, she's going up again? You know what I mean? Like, this is her third time going up. Oh my goodness. But now when I go to buffets, honey, I go to the buffet and I eat pretty much the same amount that I would eat back then. If I'm going to a buffet, it's probably a cheat day or something like that, and I'm going to enjoy the buffet. Now, when I go to buffets, I still get looks, but I feel like people are looking at me more like, where is she putting all that? How is she looking like this? And she done went up there 3 times already. It used to be a lot more embarrassing. Like, I would send whoever I was with, like if I was with my boyfriend at the buffet, I would say, hey, can you go get me this and that next time you go up there? Like, I would be embarrassed to go back up there. Now I'm like, shoot, you want something? You want something? You know what I mean? I'll go back up there, you know, like, I don't care. I feel like people are looking at me thinking, she's looking good. The ninth difference that I noticed is that every other area of my life has also changed. Everything else in my life at 2:15 was different than it is now. My career, finances, relationships, my spiritual walk. I mean, everything. When I made the decision to shift my weight, I didn't know at the time that it was going to shift my entire life. I really hope this inspires somebody. If you're feeling lost or unsure about another area of your life, like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I'm going to do, I don't know where I'm going, I encourage you, honey, focus on your fitness, focus on your health, and you will be so surprised. Everything else will just start falling into place. You'll be like, hey, I wasn't sure what to do about this relationship, or I wasn't sure what to do as far as school or career or whatever. And all of a sudden, once I started really focusing in and putting that energy and effort toward my health, what do you know? These things started falling into place too. The 10th thing that I notice is I don't have to adjust so much. If you guys are already overweight, or if you've ever been overweight, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, constantly having to fix, constantly having to adjust. You know, you sit down, you gotta adjust. You stand up, you gotta pull your pants up, you gotta straighten out your sweater, you gotta pull your cardigan clothes. Like, Oh my gosh, I just felt like even walking, like you walk 10 steps and you gotta adjust your whole outfit, you know what I mean? I just would constantly feel like I would always be constantly adjusting. Gotta pull the jacket forward, gotta adjust the sweater, gotta pull the shirt down in the back, gotta, you know, like just constantly adjusting. And for real, now you guys, I don't have to do that anymore. I just feel like, I don't know if it's just that clothes fit or I don't have to put so many clothes on or whatever it is, but like there's just no more adjusting. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember to take care of yourself. See you next time.